Hello, let us start with the layer protocols here. So generally in computer networks we have the seven OSI layers, which is a open standard interconnection layers. So it used to get started with the physical layer, data link, network, transport, session, presentation and application over here. So in relation with the Internet of Things, a deep concentration has to be taken with the four layers, which is of data link layer, network layer, transport and session layer over here. So before getting into this layer, we can see one by one at a sequence. So let us move on to the data link layer. So how the captured data has to be get transmitted to the next communicating devices. So in the IoT data link communication protocol provides service to the network layer. There are various protocols and standard technologies specified by the different organizations of data link protocol. Mainly Bluetooth is being used. Bluetooth is a short range wireless communication network over a radio frequency. So Bluetooth is mostly integrated into smartphones and mobile devices. The Bluetooth communication network works with 2.4 ISM band frequencies with a data rate up to 3 Mbps. So let us go for further clarification of the Bluetooth technology apart from the layers here. So one is of Bluetooth Classic, another one is called Bluetooth Low Energy, and last is Bluetooth Smart Ready 3. So the features of Bluetooth 5.0 version is introduced as Bluetooth 5, which has been developed entirely for the Internet of Things. So these are the certain properties and standardizations of the Bluetooth network to make the establishment in an effective way. So this is a standard Bluetooth 4.2. The frequency range should be of 2.4 GHz and the range of coverage is 50 to 150 meters. The data used to be transferred at the rate of 3 Mbps. So the advantages of Bluetooth networks. So it is wireless, it is cheap, it is easy to install and it is free to use if the devices is installed with it. So what are the main disadvantage of Bluetooth network is it is can be used only for short range of communications. Then the connection establishment is can happen only with the two devices. So if you want to communicate with any other devices, then it has to be temporarily suspended with this device, and same connection has to be get established with other requirement device to communicate. So what is meant by Bluetooth low energy? It's mainly of short range communication network protocol with a physical layer and medium access control. So it is given by the original equipment manufacturer. For each device, a separate address has to be get assigned with this layer of the medium access control. So it is for the design of low power devices which uses less data. BLE always remain in sleep mode except when the connection between the devices is initiated and the data transmission occurs. Due to this, it conserves a more amount of power, right, by themselves. So less power is sufficient to transmit the data between the two devices with short range of communications. So this is a simple explanation of the Bluetooth low energy technology over here. Whether the device should be in leaf mode, connections or the data transfer here. So next, moving on to the IoT network layer protocols here. So six layers of protocols has been deployed in the same network layer. So which consists of the routing technologies, which handles the transfer of packets from source to destination, and the encapsulation layer from the packets. So which is of RPL protocols and CORPL protocols, CARP protocols, 6 low PAN protocols and 6 low PAN security measures. In addition to that, we have to go for the properties of 6 low PAN protocols. So the RPL stands for routing protocols. Is a router which is used to establish the connection between the different things of the devices communicated in the same network by using the destination oriented direct acyclic graph. So which has only one route from each leaf node to the root node to make the reduce the complexity and to make the repetition in the transmission of data and to know the final destination in a correct route, we are going for the DoDock here. So all the traffic in DoDock is routed through the route. So every data which is being transmitted has to be passed through the root node. So initially each node sends the DoDAC information object announcing themselves as a root. The information travels in the network and complete DoDAC is gradually built. When a new node wants to join the network, it sends the DoDAC information salutation request and response based on the acknowledgement sent by the DoDAC. Then CoRPL protocol is an extension of the RPL protocol, which termed as cognitive RPL, right? So this network protocol design purpose is mainly used for DoDAC technology topology. So that is a structure of a network. So make two modification in the RPL protocols. It uses opportunistic forwarding to forward a packet between the nodes. Each node of the CoRPL protocol keeps the information of forwarding set rather than parents only maintaining it. Each node updates its changes to its neighbor using DO messages. On the basis of this updated message, each node frequently updates its neighbor for the constant forward set. Then moving on to the next one, which is called as a channel aware routing protocol, which is a kind of distributed routing protocol. It is designed for underwater communication. It has lightweight packets so that it can be used for the Internet of Things. So it performs two different functionalities. Basically, it is of network initialization and data forwarding. So main disadvantage, it does not support previously collected data. Hence, it is not beneficial for this IoT or other application when data is changed frequently. So instant capturing is more beneficial. So recovering of backdated data is not possible by use of CARP protocol here. Then moving on to the next last one, which is called as a 6LoWPAN protocols, which is used by the classless addressing of IPv6 low power personal protocol area networks here. So which uses the lightweight IP based communication to travel over the low data rate networks. So it has limited processing ability to transfer the information wirelessly using the internet protocol. So it is mainly used for home and building automations. Thanks for the session. We will continue with the next topic of Unit 3. Thank you.